Luvthemknives here. SOG Kiku Matsuda, Japanese knife maker extraordinaire. And SOG's been doing collaboratives with Kiku Matsuda for a long time, right? Because they had knives coming out 7 or 8 years ago collaborating with him. And this is new though. This is the SOG Kiku XR because it's got the XR lock, dude. And boy, that just swings shut. And if you start getting yourself like that, I mean, kick it back, kick it back, or just release the XR lock just like that. Is that cool? And you can, it's possible, to finger flick it. Or you can just open it with your thumb. Either way, 7.3 inches overall, 3-inch blade. I guess I got to prove it to you. Then we'll put some stuff out here to substantiate that and kind of look at the different lengths. 3 inches, 78 millimeters, and overall 7.3 inches and 18.5 centimeters. That's nice, and it's a chunk of change. That's some heavy steel liners. And look inside, they've been skeletonized. I guess we'll go down the rabbit hole and take it apart here in a little bit, at least partially disassemble it to take a look. A cts-xhp cryo heat treat. And we've got a compound grind here. We've got a tough little blade. Pretty stout on that tip as well. Plunge looks good. Nice. Green micarta scales. That's nice and textural. Feels good. Look at all the areas in here that provide extra grip. You know? Wow, lots of contouring going on there. Pocket clip, deep carry. All right, but take a look over here. It tucks in here. Can you switch it? Yes, you can go left hand. Bingo, just like that. See those screws going through there? Flip it. So, wow. Now, it's no lightweight. It's definitely not a lightweight. 158, basically 159 grams. So 5.6 ounces for a 7.3 inch knife. Yeah, that's pretty heavy. But it's, it's not a gent carry. It's not a super lightweight gent carry. This is a heavy duty kind of bruiser, and you got a bit of a recurve in here. So if you can sharpen recurves, that's fine. And does it give it style points? Yeah. And is it more practical for certain types of cuts? Maybe, but overall, no. I mean, I'm not a big fan of recurves, but I do understand the attraction when they do that on a blade. It does add a bit of style. It's just drives me crazy if I get my standard sharpening system out. Now I got to get the extra KME rod, because I got the KME system that's round to get in here and do that. So it's just extra fuss. Let's see if this thing will cut anything out of the box. Okay. It's sharp out of the box. Pretty good that way. You look at this, you've got jimping back here. Backspacer as well. Looks like a G10, black G10 backspacer. Okay, work your way. Here you go. Jimping on top of those scales, really nice. And then on the spine of the knife, okay, we're good there. You got no go forward position, so it's not like you can really get up on here. You can't. But it's not that big a knife, so you can do this, and that's fine. You could probably damn near use it as a pry tool, as thick as that is, but don't do that. That's a no-no. Black hardware, which I think is kind of a nice look considering the color of the micarta. Drops right in. Nice. Is it centered? Yeah, it's centered. So that's good. Flipper tab. It's machined in the middle here. And it's got jimping on top where you're really going to make your contact. Blade to handle length. Well, could have been better, I think. You know, could have been better. Now you got this wrap around backspacer, and it actually takes up, you know, about 1/3 of an inch of travel there. Had they stopped it right like here somewhere, you could have brought this blade out another 1/4 inch easy, because 7.3 overall, there's a lot of knives that are 3-inch blades, and 7 overall. So there's 0.3 of an inch length here. Now, this is for lanyard hole, also for striking purposes, that kind of thing. So that's really what's making that extra out there. But you see that also the scales don't go the full length of the frame of the knife, intentionally cut back away. But you can't see the tip of the blade through there, but they stopped it because they want a lanyard to go through there. Yeah, okay, but I guess you could have put a lanyard up through here and just extended this blade, or really cut this back. Would that look that ugly to do this? Actually, I kind of like it. I'm not sure I like the fact that we go bare without, you know, without the micarta. I think bringing the micarta all the rest, you know, to the end and having it like that is a more attractive look, just to me. Now, when I got this knife, and here's what the box is. Model number, Kiku XR. There's the box. You get an extra clip, of course, for, you know, because you can go left hand, but you see the curve. You can't flip this clip. You need another clip. So they give you another clip. What I was going to say, when I was doing the research on this, you know, going back, seeing the fixed blades that Kiku's done with SOG and all that, I thought, wow, I saw this, the KU 1011. The KU 1011 is 10 inches. It's 4.6-inch blade. It's a monster. Okay, it's OS 8. This thing came out, it looked like about 2013. I mean, definitely there were reviews on it on YouTube in early 2014. So yes, this monster's been out for a while. So I thought, I want to find this. It's a liner lock, and instead of this satin look or silver liners, it has black liners. But yes, they leave part of that exposed as well. But do you see where they've moved the lanyard hole? Up here. Blade to handle length, a little bit more complete, isn't it? Closer. Closer. Good enough. Okay. These, the KU 1011, so I went for a search on this. So I'm going to get off the subject a little bit because I want to give you guys a warning. I Google searched this knife, and I came up with optics and ammo. It was in my Google search, like number 4 of my Google search for this, and it was in stock, or at least it didn't say it was out of stock. And I was surprised because it's forever ago that this came out. And instead of, I mean, Blade HQ had them for $129 when they came out. This is $83, and I go, wow, all right. So I ordered not 1 but 2 of them, because they go, oh yeah, we got 2 of them. But then credit card machine didn't work. I sent them a direct payment. They didn't have PayPal. They said because they sell ammo, PayPal won't do business with them. But so I sent them a direct payment. Do not do that. These guys are a total scam, okay? Please, these guys are a total scam. Look up the Better Business Bureau thing, which I didn't do, okay? So I gave them $185. I got nothing. I never will get anything. I lost all the money. But this is a total scam. There is no store. It's a guy in his home. He has no inventory. That's why everything's in stock all the time, because there is no inventory. So just be aware. Better Business Bureau, look them up. If you go optics and ammo, look at the BBB report. There's like 20, 30 complaints. I hear now there's like around 60 complaints. People buying a Microtech OTF or this or that. Nobody got their product. A lot of them didn't get refunds. They gave him a direct payment instead of using credit card. He lost his credit card privileges because the credit card company canceled his account, as well as PayPal. It just had to do with the fact that it's a scam. So, not Optics Planet. Optics and ammo, and I got those confused, unfortunately, because I have done business with Optics Planet. This is just a public service announcement. Do not, I repeat, do not do business with them. And of course, I found them, on Facebook. Oh, billions of likes. And they've got an Instagram account, and it's completely phony. I got this knife. I was so lucky because of my buddy, Big Red EDC. Big Red EDC. What a lifesaver you are, dude. And he was having a knife sale. Saturday Knife Live. It's crazy. And subscribe to his channel. Yes. Really wonderful guy, great channel, and you know what? Saved my ass. Guess what I ended up paying for this? $45. Now, there's no box or anything, but this thing is like brand new. On his knife sale, happened to be lamenting with like Chad Candazar or somebody saying, crap, I got ripped off. I've been wanting to find this KU 1011 big SOG knife. And he goes, there's one for sale on Big Red EDC. And I went to his site, and this was the only knife that hadn't sold. The only knife. I looked at the other knives he sold, and I go, I wouldn't want them anyhow. I already either got them or reviewed them. And this was left $45. I go, I was on that like, the coyote after Roadrunner, baby. I was cloud of dust behind me, and I got it. So this I'm going to keep as a reminder of two things. Number one, don't be an idiot. If you can't use your credit card or PayPal, don't do it. And number two, thank you, Big Red EDC. So how's the ergos in this little beast? Well, it's not a lightweight queen, but the ergos are pretty good, actually. First finger in here, rest of them pretty neutral. They should have brought the micarta out here like I was bitching and moaning the last bit. But I wouldn't want them to cut this off necessarily because there's not enough handle length. So they needed a handle this long. But you see what I'm saying? They could have extended the blade had they been able to bring it out here and not have to worry about the lanyard, because they didn't do it on this. They put the lanyard up on top so they could extend the blade. But yes, now because of that, yes, I can get all my fingers on, and reverse grip is just fine. We've got at the heaviest point, I'm going to get to the fattest, 17.4 at 0.68, almost 7/10 of an inch. You see that? It's on top of these humps here where I'm getting that. See in the middle? That's a canyon there. You got to get up on the mountaintops to do that. So what was that? 0.68, which is 17.4 millimeters. Now, blade stock, 3.7. Yeah, it's pretty heavy duty, 0.14. So it's a handful. It's a handful, especially up in here. But yeah, you can definitely get some grip on that. And where's my balance point? Yeah, pretty simple right there. XR lock. Feels like bearings to me. Yeah, the SOG Seal XR. It's really cool. They're back in the game it'll be interesting to watch what they do next. And I have a feeling I know because I was at the 2020 SHOT Show and I saw some of their upcoming goodies, and probably more to be revealed at Blade Show this year, of course, in August, which I'll be there. So I'll be interested in seeing what more they have to bring to the table. But XHP steel, okay, I'm good with that. And they've been doing a lot in S35 as well. So S35VN, XHP, micarta, the XR lock. Yes. Of course, compare size here. Here's just a standard instead of that crazy big 10-inch Kiku, but this is the Shaman. This is my Shaman, my Franken Shaman in green G10 with a Rex 45 blade. Still way smaller even than the Shaman. Fit and finish seems pretty nice on this knife. I think they did a pretty good job. Let's talk about maybe detent. How easy is this to throw out? You can throw it out. I think the detent is appropriate. I mean, as far as being able to shake this out, because it's real easy to just bust it loose and kick it open, but it's not coming out real easily, so that's good. And if I didn't talk about design flow, yeah, design flow, yeah. It disappears right in here, disappears right in here. Yeah, I like the design. Kiku Matsuda, I mean, who's going to complain, right? Well, let's pop it apart, see what's going on inside. In case you're curious, I always am. And there goes that. These are number 6s. Let's get the 6 out here and give it a little rock and roll. Well, let's see what we got. There's your micarta scale on the inside. Ooh, what's going on? Yeah, are we making room for another internal screw that we got to take out of? No, not necessarily. So there you go. There's your spring for your mechanism, and I think you can just pull this off. Yeah, here it is. Okay, so that little hole in there goes up front. And we're going to push this up and away. And this whole thing comes off. Let's remember where all the pieces came from. Okay. So then this ought to come off. Should. Get it enough till you can swing this. That's pressed in there. Got it enough to where I could swing it away, and then this will finally come off. So there's your liner, and it looks fine. And there's where your little spring goes in, then it hooks around this bar here. And yes, it does have bearings. And that's pretty much it, folks. I mean, you could take the other part off. Here's your lock that slides into place. Of course, you got a spring on the other side, so it's like the front side. Comes around, and there's your stop for closed. Here's your stop for open. So this doubles as a stop as well for closing the blade. you can take your pocket clip out and slide it onto this side inside this scale, right? Between the scale and the liner to fasten it in place, okay? So you can go left hand, but there's your opportunity to do that. And I'm just going to put this right back in where it was, and really don't think it needs a whole ton of lubrication. I think we're good there. You can see that this is squared off a bit, and you can see this hole is squared off there, so it'll meet this pivot where it needs to be, and it clicks right into place. It was a little tough to pull this away because when you have an extensive backspacer and you got these pins in there, it doesn't want to, you got to kind of wiggle it off of those pins. It just doesn't pop off as easily. And of course, last but not least, I mean, we need to put this spring back from whence it came, right there. And then we have this little plastic piece that goes right there. Put the scale on, just like that. You know, it looks like when you look at that liner, you go, why is this machined in here? And it may be because this liner could be either the right or the left hand. I don't know, otherwise I don't see the reason for the machining there. Maybe to kind of give this something to sit down into on the micarta. So I'm definitely not engineering. God, I wished I would have been, buddy. I'd have had some jack during my life and would have got a meaningful degree. All right, so instead of broadcast journalism, ouch. Okay. Here we go. Put these back. They look the same length, so I don't think it makes any difference. There's one. Looks centered. Don't feel no play. It's all good. So we're done with the SOG Kiku XR. I got mine on White Mountain. Yeah, they're $189.95. Here's your stats again if you want to pause and read. But, you know, 10% off. So use LTK as your discount code. 190 bucks. Then so it's $19 off. There you go. Check it out. You know, it's XHP steel, micarta scales, right or left hand, the XR lock. It's a brute. It's good looking. I do like the design. I really do. And I'll tell you what. And the 1011 is in my Hall of Fame. Yes, it is. It's in my Hall of Fame. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. And you know what we do around here. We love them knives, so you guys stay sharp.